Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. I am here today with a super exciting announcement video for the third round of Spooktober. In 2020, I hosted for the first time a spooky readathon during the month of October because I was starting to get more into the horror, thriller, and mystery genres, and I wanted to read books within those genres throughout the whole month of October. That readathon became a big hit in my opinion, and so I hosted it again last year, and so this year I'm hosting it for the third time. I've also been doing a mini round of Spooktober in March, did that in 2021 and earlier this year. Do plan to do that again in 2023, but that readathon is not as complex, I would say, as Spooktober. So I'm excited to have all the plans written out for round 3 in October. I would say that overall the layout of the readathon is going to look very similar as to what it looked like last year if you participated in the 2021 round. I thought about incorporating some changes, making it, I don't know, more, but I thought that with grad school starting and just working full-time, for my sake, keeping it the same as last year would be probably a good idea, especially since everybody did seem to enjoy it last year. The prompts for each team are different, but the overall look of the readathon is staying the same. So, as normal, Spooktober will be hosted from October 1st through the 31st. This is a month-long readathon with all these spooky books. One exciting change I will say for this readathon this year is that my bestie Stasia is going to be co-hosting it with me. She loves this readathon. The readathon has grown between the first and second year, and I am anticipating it to happen again between last year and this year, and I need extra help just when it comes to keeping track of things. Yeah. So Stasia is coming along and co-hosting this with me. I love her dearly. She is amazing, and I'm excited to have her join me for this year's month-long round. Yeah. Other than that, there's nothing super big that changed. I'm just going to go ahead and go through each team, share their prompts, talk about the team books as normal. I'll go into like more detail for those of y'all who might not have participated before and are thinking about joining this year. And I'll also talk about the point system at the end, which leads to a giveaway at the end of the month. So, similar to last year, there are going to be 3 teams for this readathon. Team Zombie, which focuses on the horror genre, Team Ghost, which focuses on the mystery genre, and Team Serial Killer, which focuses on the thriller genre. For the past 2 years, I've been on Team Zombie, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay on Team Zombie this year. If you did participate last year and you are like in our Discord, I'm going to remove everybody from their team chats. So if you want to sign up for a different team this year, definitely feel free to do so. You do need to re-register, re-sign up, etc. So, Team Zombie, rewind. All the teams have 6 prompts and 2 options for team books. However, you only need to read one of them and get the points. Last year, it was you read both team books for bonus points. I'm cutting out one of them. I'm just giving an option so you can pick either or of the 2 books to read for your team. Yeah, I'll go into that more in a second though. So, first up is Team Zombie, which as I mentioned is the horror genre focused group, and there are 6 prompts for them. The first one is poll pick, which is the only prompt that every team has. So you will choose a couple of books, put it in our Discord, put it on Instagram, wherever you want to post this poll, and people will vote what you read. The next prompt is Final Girl, so find a book that has the final girl trope or one that you think might have that trope in it. I know it's hard to know sometimes before you dive into something. The third prompt is dystopian or paranormal elements. The fourth prompt is a horror book published before 2010. The fifth prompt is the haunted house trope. So again, something that you think might have that trope, or maybe it explicitly says on the back that that trope is involved somehow. I do know that it can be hard to figure out those things. So this is kind of just, I'm trying to keep things general, I guess, but also making them kind of horror specific, if that makes sense. And then the final trope is a book that has multiple points of view, so POVs. For Team Ghost, there are also 6 prompts. The first prompt is poll pick, so same as Team Zombie. The second prompt is a book with a murder in it. The third one is black or gray cover. The fourth one is most anticipated mystery. The fifth prompt is twisted ending, like a twist ending trope, so like a plot twist at the end, I guess. And then the last prompt for Team Ghost, which I don't know if I mentioned that, is the mystery genre focus, is a release that is a book that was released in 2021 or 2022. So that's Team Ghost, aka the mystery team. And then finally, Team Serial Killer, which is the thriller focused genre group. The first prompt for them is poll pick, same as Team Ghost and Zombie. The second one is copycat murderer, so find a trope or find a book that might have that trope in it. The next prompt is isolated setting. The fourth one is unreliable narrator. The fifth prompt is the stalker trope. And then the sixth one is dual timeline. So find a book that has multiple 2 or more timelines in it. Now, I did already mention this. I do know that some of these might be a little tough to know if it has a certain trope in it. I did try to pick some of the bigger tropes within these genres that might be easier to find. Hopefully the synopsis of a lot of these books that y'all might be looking at will mention or hint at one of these tropes being included. If you can't find a book that has any of these tropes in it that you're looking for, depending on the team that you choose to compete with, feel free to let me know. I'll try to look up some recommendations, see if I've read anything that has those tropes in it. I have read a bunch of thrillers and horror and mystery, so I can probably find something on my Goodreads that I've read that would fit one of these prompts if you do need help finding something. So, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, each team has 2 team books that they can choose to read. One of them will be counted for bonus points. So the team books are, so if you read your team book, you'll get 100 points. I'm going to go into that in a second though, the point system, so ignore that for right now. So Team Zombie has 2 team books. The first one is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And then the second team book is Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. And then Team Ghost also has 2 team books. The first one is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. The second one is The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. And then Team Serial Killer, their team books are They Never Learn by Lane Fargo and We Were Never Here by Andrea Bartz. I've read 4 out of the 6 of these. The only 2 that I have not read are They Never Learn and Kill Creek. I do have both of those on my TBR though, which is why I chose them as team books. Plus I've heard really great things about both of these ones. I don't know the trigger warnings for them, so I'm going to try to look them up and put them in the description down below. And I will also do that with all the books that I have read on this list. That way you can look and see what the trigger warnings are for them before you choose one versus the other for your team. If you choose, let's say Team Zombie, and you've already read both of the team books, you can pick one book from the other teams to read for those bonus points. Hopefully that is an easy way to fulfill that bonus prompt type thing without getting too complicated and things like that. But make sure that if you do have to do this, let me know the book that you switch to just so I can make a note of it and make sure that you get your bonus points, for your team. Those are the general prompts. Those are the team books. So now I'll go ahead and talk about the point system and how that relates to the giveaway. So each team has 6 general prompts. Those prompts are worth 50 points each for the giveaway, which totals 300 points for just the general prompts. The team book is worth 100 points, so it's basically worth 2 general prompts. So for the team books and the general prompts, if you do end up completing all of them for your team, you can get a total of 400 points. However, I also do it that you will get 1 point for your team for each page that you read during the month. This includes every single book that you read in the month of October, whether or not you read it for Spooktober. So make sure to keep track of all your pages throughout the month. You can log everything, even if it was a romance or a contemporary or a fantasy, whatever you want to log, you can log, as long as you've read it in the month of October. And you can get more points for your team that way. Yes, that's how that works. And then at the end of the month, I will draw for a giveaway. I think it will be a $15 US max. And if you are in the US, I will ship you a book, whatever you want, from Amazon, or if you are international, I will do book depository or ebook or whatever is easiest in that case, but this is an international giveaway. So for every page that you submit, you will be getting points for your team. At the end of the month and throughout the month, I add up and average the points for each team, and there will be a winning team. It's always really fun to have the 3 teams compete against each other. It doesn't matter if one team has way less members than another one, because I do average out based on submissions and the page count. It doesn't really matter. So, and all the teams end up being super close because everybody is fighting for first place. So I believe that that is everything in terms of the readathon information. There's a Discord in the description down below. This has been used since last year's round. There's also a link to the Spooktober Twitter and Instagram if you want to follow those. The Discord will be an active place throughout the month as we do reading sprints and chat about our books and things like that. It was really active last year in October and it was so much fun. So yeah, make sure you join our Discord. The registration form will also be down below, as will the point submission form, just in case you want to save it, so you have easy access to it throughout the month of October. It will also be found in the Discord, as well as in my Twitter and Instagram bios for the readathon. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment down below and let me know. I am sure that there is something that I've missed, and I do want to make sure that nobody's confused. I would love to answer any questions that y'all might have. I'm thinking about doing a spooky book recommendations video later and uploading it a little bit closer to the readathon, maybe in the middle of September. That way, for anybody who might still be looking for recommendations or books to use for their prompts, maybe they can find something from that video. I will be updating the Instagram and the Discord and the Twitter when I do have that video ready to go. If I end up doing it, which hopefully I will, I need to make a list of books to talk about, for that video. Anyway, if I missed anything, like I said, comment down below, ask any and all questions. You can also join the Discord, and I'm sure Stasia or I can help you if you do have anything you need clarified. Thank you all so much for watching this exciting announcement video for round 3 of Spooktober. I am so excited for this readathon. It is always the highlights of my spooky season, my month of October. So I hope you all join me in another amazing month of spooky reading. Thank you all once again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.